spiritual laws highlights. Drama is defined with actors, stages, and scripts. The four spiritual laws. First law is law of definition, where two axes are defined, time and quality. Then second law is degradation of the quality of Purush and Prakriti. And then there is metaphysics entity, so there is a cycle. So the cycle is shown, and then this is a fourth law is about the journey. So journey is a specific to a soul. So these are the two journeys specific to the soul. And these are the different laws which are applied. Laws of physics and this law of definition. This is quantum physics. The conscious mind of the Purush controls the Prakriti. And another observation, script controls the Prakriti. And the script of the Purush ultimately controls the Prakriti. Then through Libet law, the unconscious mind controls the conscious mind. And that is unconscious mind, and there is the intention, and then followed by the action. And that means that free will is not applicable. Let us see the definition of the script for the Prakriti based on special theory of relativity. Time is also a dimension. And then this is a word line, which is a point of the events. And this is a defined one. It cannot be any random line. So there is a script for Prakriti, and there is already seen there is a script for Purush. And there's a definition of Purush with a conscious mind, subconscious, unconscious mind, which is a hard disk, the original sanskars. And there is a specific number, and these original sanskars of the Purush, this is equal to quality of that soul is Swadharma Sattvagun, which is combination of 7 gun, Gyan, Pavitata, Shanti, Prem, Khushi, Anand, and Shakti. And that is what is the quality of the soul. And this is the soul as energy, and that is proportional to the frequency, which is thought, which is always greater than or equal to 0. And the Prakriti is defined with the equation of the energy. It's a duality, means it is energy as well as mass. And this is how the soul controls the Prakriti based on the thoughts. If soul is no more, or then there is no thought, then the Prakriti will be arranged in a random manner. And this is the interaction of Purush and Prakriti. The Prakriti by default follows Schrodinger equation, which is the multiple states with a different probability. And it is like almost like a toss of the dice. So then once it is observed, then it is collapsed, so energy gets converted to M, so psi gets converted to psi M, which is what is recognized by the conscious mind. It can only recognize one thing, then that follows the sankalp, and then again that sankalp again handles the Prakriti that we'll see in the second law. So that is, there is a time axis and Purusha and Prakriti in the same axis, which is the quality. So we will see the law of quality, which is based on heat engine. And this is the equation of the energy. This is the first law of thermodynamics, and the quality is downgrade, means it goes from sato to tamo as in course of the time. So from ideal to deterministic non-ideal, from ideal to real things. So this is the ideal line, and this is based on these equations. This is a thermodynamic equation, and efficiency always less than 1. because of the causes equality, because of the exhaust phenomena. And here it is everything depends on the external environment. So it is deterministic. And this is the real thing when there is a friction. So it is irreversible phenomena. And here it is efficiency is function of temperature and a change in entropy. Temperature is the external environment. Delta S is the internal system parameters. And that is what is the leakage. So because of the leakage, this is less than 0. And because of the leakage, efficiency is further reduced based on external and internal environment. And entropy is always, so change in entropy is leakage, and there is always be leakage. So any process from 1 to 2, the final entropy will always be higher than initial entropy. So based on this is a thermodynamic entropy. From thermodynamic entropy, we are going from the statistical entropy. From statistical entropy, we are going for the information entropy. So it's based on the Maxwell thought information, and then information entropy. And then we are trying to derive that Prakriti entropy, which is equivalent to Purush Vikar, and both increases with respect to time. So this is the Purush, and then there are multiple layers. So this is this one layer, this is a 2 layers. So this layer is equivalent to Vikar, which is like entropy, and an energy destroyed. There is something like Vikalp, which is the navigation. So these are the Vikalp. So we have proved that. So in quantum physics as Purush controls of Prakriti, and with physics we have derived that Prakriti entropy is equivalent to Purush Vikar, and so we have revalidated things here. This is all already we have seen this Vikar, and then we are comparing the heat engine with the soul, and with respect to the time, soul is traveling from Nirvikari world to Vikari world as per the time. And this is Nirvikari world, where we are saying this is the input script, which is equivalent to dQH. And then there is exhaust, which is dQL, there is always a sankalp. And then based on that, there is a karma, the efficiency is always less than 1. And in Vikari world, because the lubrication layer is peeled off, so there will be Vikar, and because of that, there is an interaction between output and input, and then it becomes non-deterministic. So because of that, there is a Vikalp, and then because of this Vikalp, output is a Vikarma, which is karma is positive or negative, and this is the definition of exergy destroyed. And then we will see how the Q is. So based on script S and script P, we would be able to see that the journey of the soul from the soul world to human world, and there is the entry, this is a death, means transfer of address and address, and there is exit, all are together. And then this is the karmic cycle. So this is the execution of script S, which is in this Nirvikari world. Execution of script P, which is in Vikari world. And we will see that how the quality degrades during the journey. And Vikari world, because of the Devan, we feel which is body, which is actually we are souls. So the Q in Vikari world, the Q is we are trying to find out Q from the outside, and that generates calm, more low, and that is the ID layer is generated or core is generated. So because this black layer is generated, and this is because of it, we assume we are a body. So this is what is the vikar, definition of the vikar. And then because of that, we are going from sato to tamo. So Q is degradation. We script S is only based on the external environment. So that is Q is reduced, and script B is the external plus internal environment because of the vikar, and this is how Q is degraded. And ultimately with two actors, ultimately the quality will go to tends to minus infinity. And this is how with quantum physics, theory of relativity, this is how Purush and Prakriti they interact. This we already seen. Now, because of the Vikari world, this is the equation of the entropy in Vikari world, and this will generate dQl, and because of this sankalp, because of the vikar, with black layer, the vikalp is generated, and which with exergy destroyed is also generated, and this is how this is generated, this is displayed, and this is how the quality of Prakriti deteriorates based on these equations. And let us say that this is the interpretation. We have seen the Murli interpretation. Then we will see the Vedic interpretation, where it is said that energy is mithya, only what is observed is satya, brahmasmi. So it says that even vikar is also mithya, and only thing is as double S or the Q or the sixth element, that is only truth. So the fact is that the script is the final thing. So everything is energy also exists. So E is exists, even M exists, even vikar is also exists. So this ultimately, it will go towards minus infinity. That would lead to thermal breakdown. And as per the law of entropy, if there is thermal breakdown, then time has to go back, which is not possible. So as per thermodynamics, uh, time cannot go back. But as per the theory of relativity, it can be either a linear or that can be a DVD. Block universe linear or DVD, the theory of relativity especially. So it is either in a straight line if things are happening, or it is traveling nothing new, or it is a periodic cycle. But then if you think the general theory of relativity, so instead of the Newton gravity, the gravity, because of the world gravity, the world line becomes curved. So instead of this line, this world line will become curved. So it is possible that that word line will become a circle. So that script of the Prakriti is a circle. So as per the general theory of relativity, Prakriti script is circle. So thermodynamics, it cannot be a cycle. So it will go towards infinity. As per theory of relativity, it has to be a cycle. But all eternal things, if drama is eternal, it has to be a cycle. And if it has to be a cycle, then S entropy is zero, then only time is zero, and entropy cannot become zero as per law of thermodynamics. But we know that Purush controls the Prakriti. So if Vikar can be controlled, the entropy can be controlled. That is what is a purification, and that is the metaphysics entity. So this metaphysics entity, the characteristic of the metaphysics entity is this one. So this Q is infinity and this frequency is less than 0. It is Param Purush is the father of all the souls. It is the only single charge. It is beyond the boundary, entropy boundary, and it doesn't take birth. So this is the characteristic of the entropy. And then because of that, it is controlling the vikar is nullified, and then again from sato to tamo, this will become tamo to sato. So it will be a cycle, and then we will see that this is the avatara at a specific time. Concept is two souls in one body. So this is the host body. So it has a body and it has a soul. And then host body, the Paramatma is incarnated in the host body. And then it gives you the Raj Yoga and it helps in the soul purification. And this is a comparison between the religious founder and Supreme Soul. So Supreme Soul as a Q is infinity. There is no birth. There is at least first birth is birth. This is a time. Religious founder gives the values through conscious mind, or because it's only body, but Supreme Soul gives through the subconscious or unconscious mind. So that is changes the sanskar, and that is and from the sanskar, Srishti changes. Here through Avtaran, so we have know that the cycle is either through yoga or through bhog. So this is through the karma. This is this without suffering. This is with suffering, and this is how the cycle. This is how the cycle happens. So this is vikar has to become zero either by karma bhog. So we know that karma bhog is action, is reaction, that we are aware of it. Actually, the Indriya Sukha, based on law of diminishing utility, everything is temporary. But with the Raj Yoga, this is physics, is experiment, it's a metaphysics you have to experience. So you have to experience the communication through God, through electromagnetic waves, through a telepathy. You have to experience the resonance, so you can experience the Indriya Sukha. You can experience the change of the sanskar because of the focus. The vikar can be with the concentration of the mind and body. With Raj Yoga, the vikar can be destroyed and then sanskar can change. And we know that if vikar destroyed, then the Q is charged. And because Q is charged, so stress is equal to pressure divided by resilience. So this resilience improves and stress automatically gets reduced. This is the concept of Raj Yoga, where with conscious mind control the subconscious mind, the jnana goes into the conscious mind, and from the conscious mind through yoga, all past birth vikar is destroyed. And so the subconscious mind has 90% power, and this is how this purification happens. And if that happens and there is quantum entanglement, soul can constantly entangle with supreme soul, and then we can always do the sukarma. This is the quantum entanglement. So this is the charging by the Paramatma. So it will become from Tamo to Sato. So it will generate the Sresh Sankalp, and then it will generate the Pralab. So the script is generated, and then that because of the Sukarma, the script is generated. And because because of the Sresh Sankalp, there's negative entropy, and that is how the Srushti also will become purified because black level is reduced. And this is how the quality. So this is the cycle where T is vikar is zero. So it is either through yoga. So it will happen either through yoga or through vogue, and this is how the cycle will be completed. And now we have seen that this is karma, 0 is akarma, so it is based on sankalp. Vikarma is based on vikalp, and then if there is a sukarma, that cycle is to that, and that is based on the shreshth sankalp. So soul, everything is based on the soul. So here we define the spirituality. Spirituality is a thought, so this is the energy, is a frequency, and the spirituality depends on the specific time, which is an avtरण. The cycle is Q, so Q changes, reduce, then this is a nirvikari world. So this in the vikari world, it goes back, and then this is a diamond world. This is the diamond world. Diamond world. This is the one last birth of the cycle. This is a diamond world, and then this in this diamond world, vikalp gets turned into Shresh Sankalp. It will go out of consciousness. It's from Rajyog. It will go to the scriptus. And then there's 1 to 1, frequency less than 0. And this is the Q. This is the, this when you do the karma, this Q comes out. But here this Q is external. You're trying with the generates of vikar. Here this is the, both the options are there. With the Q or with the suffering. And then you can take the help of this. So we are settling in diamond world, so the pain is inevitable. So suffering is 0. If you do the Rajyog, then black level becomes 0. Otherwise, there is a suffering if you execute through the script B. So either this, we have this option, Yog Karma, or whether we suffer or we do not suffer. And this is only the critical mass of the souls that is possible in this cyclic journey. We know that gradually the soul count is increasing, so that it starts with 9 lakhs, end of the current 2 crores, and ultimately 33 crores. These are the souls which happen to come in the red cycle. The 33 crore is the critical mass, and every soul has a journey. So the critical mass soul will have a journey, will go to the red cycle, will purify self and then go back here, and other souls will go through the black cycle. And then this is another view of this. So this is the all 3 worlds, human world, this is universe, this is the angel world, and this is the soul world. And what we have seen that this is this total cycle. So we know that cycle is because of the body consciousness. So we go to the warm mark, and then if you want to do the reverse of things, so you have to follow the purity. And the concept of the purity is this. It is self-realization. So once you are self-realization, so you have to differentiate between Q and black layer. So black layer is the body consciousness, and the Q is a energy body consciousness, or soul consciousness. So you should be able to differentiate that. That is only possible through Raj Yoga. By Gyan is the food for energy body, and exercise is the energy yoga for the energy body. And then you have to convert from Vikalp to Shresh Sankalpa. So by Raj Yoga, we realize energy body, then we realize soul, and then once you realize soul, we can communicate with Supreme Soul, and the Vikar can be removed. So we can always have a Shresh Sankalpa, and then we have the Nirvikari script or Nirvikari destiny. This is going to be the summary of the definition of the law. And Satotutamo, this is a Prakriti Satotutamo, then this Purush Satotutamo, then Tamodo Sat, the opposite way, the Purush Samad by Vikar 0, and there are 2 ways, where Yoga Dharma or by Yoga or Bhog, and then this is a laws of the classical laws of the spiritual journey, where this charge and charge are equal, then the soul automatically gets attracted to the mother's womb. The ultimately definition of spirituality, which is relevant for the critical mass souls, where everything else, this path is automatic. When you red one is the where you have to make an effort. So you have to, if you want to charge or you want to purify, that is a non-automatic mode that you can only do through the Raj Yoga, where you have to remove the black black layer or vikar, and then only you can transform. Then that means that in spite of the pain based on the karmic account, the suffering is going to be zero, and that will generate this soul conscious script, and then you will be able to go to the nirvikari or deterministic world, which is deterministic, or there will not be any misery. And this is how, this is the, we already see drama, definition of the drama. And this is laws of spirituality. This is the definition based on quantum physics. This is law of quality. This is law of eternity. This is the law of the journey. This is the interaction of the three actors. And this is what is the self-realization, which we already seen.